All right, so we're back with my summer car. Um, this time, this is gonna be, I hope, the last one because I don't want to die in this game. And I'm like, oh my god, I haven't played this game in months, so I'm just seeing old footage. I haven't died yet, but I hope I don't. So, what even is my summer car? My Summer Car is a car simulator set in rural Finland in the 1990s where your dad gives you his car to keep so long as you fix it up because it is in pieces. This game is notorious for being absolutely hard for the average person. If you are lucky enough to fix a car, you can move on to the inspection shop to get it inspected. Work part time jobs as the town sewage dude and haul firewood to your booze drinking neighbor. Raising enough money to upgrade your car can make you eligible for racing in a local rally, which awards you with a trophy. As this is an almost basic Finnish life simulator, you can commit various acts of delinquency: stealing a man's wristwatch in a fistfight, driving under the influence, which you shouldn't do, accidentally running over NPCs, and of course, it can't be Finland without your sauna. So, to start off my summer car save, I made an excruciatingly long first and last name to describe my feelings about this game. In the first scene, it shows you that you are birthed inside of that car you're working on, but it's YouTube, so I really can't display that. If you want to save money, the first thing you should do before actually building the car is to run to the garage and start charging that battery. Because if you give that battery like at least like 10 more seconds, that thing is gonna expire. So you need to charge that if you don't want to buy a new battery. Also, another pro tip, you should like intermittently or like wiggle your mouse around the bolt because there's like a set speed what the little wrench thing should work at. So yeah. So I'm looking at the time scan or like the timestamps, right? I literally do not know how I finished the whole suspension in 10 minutes. Like I am genuinely in shock how fast I could have like built that car. I think the strategy for building the car fast is to assemble the parts that have the same bolt size, so you can maximize your efficiency. But I think it works for um, everybody differently. And yeah, I think that should be it for everything in the engine bay. Usually, I'd work on the engine last because there's limited sunlight. I think you should prioritize the suspension first because it's really hard to get the car inside if you can't I mean you can't see the car when it's night. That's why you should do it first. While we're on the topic of the engine, I'm going to tell you how an engine like this works. An engine uses four principles to generate energy for the car. It sucks, it squeezes, it bangs, and it blows. An old engine like this uses a carburetor, which is the suck part. It directs air into the engine, which is one of the main components for it to squeeze. The part of the squeeze that you're going to need for an engine to work is air and compressed fuel, which is used or directed by the valves that control when an engine fires. To actually create that spark, which is the bang, you're gonna need a spark plug, which is an electric current that ignites that compressed air and fuel inside your car. Now, the blow part is when another valve that directs it to the exhaust, which is the exhaust headers, so that it could be expelled from the car. Now, how does that power actually get into the wheels? That power is directed to the flywheel, which is controlled by a clutch plate to control when the flywheel actually connects to the transmission gearbox to power the car. It then goes to the gearbox to be split into, in this case, the two front half shafts of the car. The half shafts provide the wheels with the energy from the engine to actually put into the ground and make you start moving.